What's up, people? So I'm just going to share what I've learned on my journey over the past 3 or 4 years of really diving into nutrition, because there's a lot of crap out there and it can get very confusing. So usually what happens is somebody will find out what works for them, and then they'll go write a book or get up on YouTube and say this is the perfect diet, but we are all different. So like if you were to go to a Chinese doctor 3,000 years ago, he would look at yin and yang and see where your body is out of balance. Like if you're angry, you have a lot of masculine energy, you feel hot and like hot-headed, you're probably eating too many yang foods, and you can balance that out, bring more cooling energy into the body with more raw foods that aren't cooked, like fruits and vegetables. Like fruits are very yin. This is why if you see a fruitarian, they're probably pretty feminine, which, you know, nothing wrong with that, but it brings feminine energy, and you are what you eat. So like if you're eating factory farmed animals all day, if you don't know about factory farming, basically conventional meats that you see in a grocery store come from a giant farm, not a farm, but like a slaughterhouse, where animals are being tortured and they're in very poor conditions. So just think, if you're eating tortured, sick animals, you're taking on that energy, and that's what you will become. You will become something with toxic energy, and you'll get sick just like a sick animal. So it's pretty smart not to eat that, right? I would think so. These are also two fads going on right now. The paleo diet. This goes back to like what we evolved on, but we are in a time in history right now where we can't eat the way we used to. If we ate the way we used to, the earth would go downhill even faster, because this earth is basically being destroyed because we're consuming too many animals. First of all, everything is energy, right? If this is a collective energy, and if there's these giant factories where animals are being tortured and people are consuming that, you can see how that toxic energy reflects in our world today. So if everybody's eating that, it's going to create, we're kind of the ones who rule the world, right? Human beings. So we are reflecting that into the world, creating war and chaos. So we have to get off of factory farming. We have to stop eating this if we want to survive as a species. And this usually works for most people for some period of time, but it doesn't work for everybody, because like for me personally, I tried to be vegan for about 1.5 years, and it worked for a little while. I was like raw vegan, and eventually I got so deficient where I had no energy. I could barely even have a conversation with somebody because my body was too out of balance. So all these pissed off vegans yelling at everyone for eating animals, it doesn't make any sense, because it is in our nature to eat animals. We've been doing it for millions of years. But we do have to be conscious of the animal products that we consume, because like I said, it's destroying the planet, and we take on that energy in our bodies, into our being. So that's something to consider. The environment that we're in. It's important to eat foods that are grown locally in your environment, because this keeps your body healthy and in balance. Like in the blue zones all over the world where people live the longest, they eat the food that they grow. They eat the food in their environment, because that's what keeps you healthy. Doesn't make sense to eat food from the other side of the world, especially if you're in Alaska and you're trying to live on pineapples. That doesn't make any sense. That's going to put your body out of balance. I think your blood type also has something to say. Personally, I never believed in this. I thought, oh, that doesn't matter. And then I found out I was type O, and this is a reason why I do well with meat. And like if I don't have meat, I won't be able to think clear. Also, Type O's typically usually have more digestive enzymes, so they can digest that meat much easier than other blood types. So yeah, factory farming, that's destroying the planet, that's destroying your life. Stop doing that. That's dumb. Acidic, alkaline. So usually if somebody is toxic and overweight, or if they have cancer, they can start bringing more alkaline foods in their diet. Lots of greens, vegetables, fruits, herbs. Like green, this is why green juice is so powerful. For one, it's very easy to digest, and you're getting all of those alkaline minerals, reversing acidic buildup like inflammation, toxicity. If you're overweight, usually you can alkalize your diet and you'll flush a lot of that toxic fat and accumulation of junk. Really, it's not even really fat, it's just like toxins, it's nastiness. So yeah, this is really powerful. People that have cancer have turned their cancer around in 2 weeks just by changing their diet. This information isn't really out there a lot because the pharmaceutical industry makes a lot of money on sick people, and there are big corporations that benefit from keeping a sick population. This is why you go to H-E-B, look at the food that's in there. Not just H-E-B, any store. You really have to search, and you really got to educate yourself to be healthy in today's world. So I hope that covered anything. If you have any questions, post them down below. Yeah, peace out.